Today we're going to do some shrimp on toast. It's going to be a creamy garlic shrimp with a little bit there of some lemon flavor. But ingredient-wise, I'm going to use something today you may actually not be too familiar with, maybe even never heard of or know what it is. So I'll tell you what it is as we go down the ingredient list here. But I've got some bread here that I've already toasted. This is a French baguette bread, but I didn't toast it in the oven or an air fryer or anything like that. I used butter with it inside a saucepan on a skillet with clarified butter. That is the key word for today, clarified butter. Other ingredients, of course, got the lemons there. I've already zested one of the lemons, as you see there. Spice-wise, we have some smoked paprika, garlic powder, the lemon zest, and just a very small pinch there of some cayenne pepper. We're going to be using heavy whipping cream today to go on top, and this right here is the clarified butter. So you're probably asking, all right, what is clarified butter? It is butter, yes, just like you take out your refrigerator, but I have removed the milk fat from it. And the way you do that is just take the whole stick, put it into a saucepan on the lowest amount of heat that you have. It's probably going to take about 15 minutes to probably maybe closer to 20 to begin to melt. And once it melts, it will actually begin to separate. You'll notice the milk fats on top and the butter on the bottom. You'll take the pan sideways with a spoon, kind of slowly just ladle off the milk fats there, and that gives you clarified butter. There'll be a little bit of milk fat left in there, but that's the way you can do it yourself. You can also buy it as well, but if you can just make it for the most part yourself, I'd say go with it. We've also have some shrimp over here that are already kind of diced up into about 2 or 3 chunks. Those were a medium shrimp. So what we're going to do here now is heat up our saucepan and let this clarified butter begin to melt. Let me tell you though why, as this process is taking place, why I'm using clarified butter. When it comes to a smoke point, that is the point in which the grease that you're using kind of begins to smoke and then gets that burn flavor to it. Depending what oil you use, your smoke points are different. Extra virgin olive oil, we all use it, but about 325, it starts smoking. Butter's going to smoke at 350, duck fat at 375, but check this out right here. Grapeseed 390, canola 400, clarified butter, because I've taken the milk fat out that will burn, then gives me a smoke point there of about 450 degrees. That is going to let yourself get a really good sear. So what we're going to do, the clarified butter has begun to melt. So I'm going to start adding in my spices so I can start to bloom those flavors. So we're going to put in the cayenne. That is, assume that's not cayenne. That much cayenne would hurt. That's the smoked paprika. You can go with garlic cloves if you like. I'm just going to make it simple for the time's sake and go there with garlic powder, which smells absolutely wonderful there in that butter. Going to throw in some lemon zest with this. And when I said a pinch of cayenne, that's exactly what I mean. Just a pinch of cayenne. That is not much right there, but that will give you just a little bit there of heat. Now, see you see the smoke coming out here? That is what we're looking for. This would already be smoking if I was using just regular butter. So begin to use the butter now to mix everything in so that this begins to bloom and you get that really, really nice smell. Now what we're going to do is add in our heavy whipping cream, about half a cup of that, but you don't want anything scorching, because what could happen here is you could really curdle this heavy whipping cream, which you do not want to do. So get it up to a good temperature with a little bit of bubble, as you see there, but nothing where it really kind of just basically almost starts to evaporate because the heat is so intense with it. And let this begin to stir. Now what's going to happen is this is going to continue to bubble and simmer, but that is going to let our sauce really begin to thicken. We've got the lemon zest in there that's going to give it some flavor, but what we're going to do is add a little bit more flavor to this when it comes to lemon, and just use about half there of your lemon juice and mix that in there as well. Get your strainer there, make sure you keep your seeds out of it. And I would say probably close to there, about maybe a tablespoon there or 2 tablespoons of your lemon juice. Now we're stirring things up here, make sure it's all nice and even there on the inside. If you want just a little bit of saltiness, I'd say just a small pinch of salt, nothing major, and then throw in your shrimp. Using cooked shrimp right now just for the process of making this go a lot quicker. If you're going to use shrimp that is not cooked, raw shrimp, you're going to make sure that when you throw it in there, chopped up or butterflied if you'd like, that you really let it get into that pink color. That's going to be about it. Let that come up to temp, let your shrimp get warm, and then what you're going to do is grab yourself here some fresh parsley, kind of take it there off your stem, and you're going to finally chop it up with a knife, or if you've got the device like I've got here, you would really get a good fine chop there of some fresh parsley, and then you're going to throw that then into your bowl as well to get that parsley flavor mix. I'm going to finish wrapping this up, get it plated up for Ron, and he'll try it out for you. Come up here in just a couple of minutes.